From the studios of WDCR in Hanover, New Hampshire, the Dartmouth College Department of Theater welcomes you to the second episode of Faith, Hope, and Charity by Ödön von Horváth, adapted and directed by Peter Hackett from a translation by Péter Fábri. We now return to our story of survival during the third long year of the Great Depression. Colonel Smedley Butler, the most decorated United States Marine in history, addresses the Bonus Army protesters in front of the White House, where President Hoover, angry, defiant, and brooding over his diminishing chances in the forthcoming election, sits locked inside.
You fellas are so close to the woods that you can't see the trees, remember? Take it from me, this is the greatest demonstration of Americanism we've ever had. Pure Americanism. Willing to take this beating as you've taken it, stand right steady, you keep every law. And why in the hell shouldn't you? Who in the hell has done all the bleeding for this country and for this law and this Constitution anyhow but you fellas? Remember, we've got a God-given form of government, and whether it's run right or not depends on the people who do the voting.
The population of the Bonus Army camps continues to swell as hundreds of veterans and their families arrive in Washington from all across America to lobby for their promised bonus. The largest of the bonus settlements, Camp Marks, contains a clinic, a post office, a barber shop, several pianos, and the hut, a gigantic green sailcloth near the entrance to the camp. Staffed by the Salvation Army, the hut includes a library, writing paper and envelopes to write letters home, and tables for cards, checkers, and other games. In the field outside, residents are entertained by regular boxing matches, baseball games, and performances by the friendly Bonus Expeditionary Force String Band. Nearby is the local office of the Veterans Administration. In the front, there is a small garden. Outside sits a group waiting to be called inside, a washerwoman, an elderly accountant, and a young woman, Maria. Elizabeth is also there. She is leaning back on the garden fence and enjoying the delicate sunshine of the late afternoon. A veteran in full uniform that is a little worse for wear, but complete with medals, stumbles out of the office on crutches.
Hooray! They told me I'm at the wrong office, and I must, once again, go somewhere else. Christ in heaven!
You should try the retirement board.
The retirement board says they want nothing to do with me until I see the Disabilities Compensation Board. The Disabilities Compensations Board says first I must be seen by the medical board. The medical board says my feet were bad before I was wounded because I had varicose veins and flat feet. And Dr. Know-It-All in there tells me right to my face that I could have been walking without crutches for a long time if I'd just put my mind to it.
Have you been to the appeals committee?
The appeals committee determined that the pensions board should reduce my benefits from 60% to 40%. They wrote in their decision, the petitioner doesn't have an incentive to look for work since he's making as much money now as while he was working.
Shh! Here comes the Keystone Cop. Stupid bastard.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us
Shh! My problem is even worse.
How come?
Because we're a family of 7 and number 8 is on the way. But since my father's bonus certificate is for more than $50, the benefits office won't pay. They say he has to wait until 1945 like everyone else. And if he dies before that, my mother will collect his tombstone bonus. In 1945.
Marilyn pulled the whistle.
Hoover rang the bell.
Wall Street gave the signal. And the country went to hell.
And the country went to hell! Yes!
They won't give me anything either because my father has a little money stashed under his mattress.
What does your father do?
He's a chief inspector.
A chief inspector?
What's so funny?
I'm sorry.
Go home, why don't you?
No,
Then quit complaining. Her father's a chief inspector.
an army chief inspector.
Yeah, and I'm the Princess of Bulgaria.
Oh.
Stupidity and pride are cut from the same cloth.
She has a home and she doesn't even live in it.
What?
You're
Outrageous!
stark raving mad.
There's a reason for that.
Did you do something wrong?
Does it show?
All that glitters is not gold. I will take my leave.
You just have to put up with everything as best you can.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Let's see. I've been to the Veterans Administration, the Medical Board, Disabilities Board, Appeals Committee, Unemployment Office, Army and Navy YMCA, Catholic Charities, Armed Forces Retirement Home, Salvation Army, and Disabled American Veterans. Wow, I've run out of fingers. See you later in the mass grave.
The mass grave? I wonder if you have to wait until 1945 to collect on that. Hey, wait for me!
What did you do?
Nothing.
But they put you in jail, didn't they? You can tell me, it'll be our secret. Listen, I know how it goes. You do some piddly little thing, but in the end they can't wait to put a noose around your neck. You don't even know what you've done wrong, but that's too bad. They slapped my father with 10 days because he picked up some old planks. They were just lying there on the ground, and the roof on our shack was leaking, and the rain was falling on our beds. But they said if you steal, you've got to pay the price. Are you married?
No.
Don't you want a family someday?
When I was born, my father was furious that I was just a girl. And he was always blaming me and tearing me down for it. But when he came back from the war, he wasn't so tough anymore. He was terrified of thunderstorms. I'd see him sitting on the basement steps, his head in his hands, covering his ears, shaking uncontrollably like a frightened little boy. Me, I'm not afraid of anything. He marches around like he's somebody special, and I know he's not. If my mother was alive today, she could sing you a very sad song. Men are selfish pricks.
You just haven't found the right guy.
Yeah, sure.
He'll take you by surprise, when you least expect it.
There's maybe one decent man in 10,000. And that's being generous.
Maybe.
I've always wanted to be independent. My own boss.
It doesn't work that way. I wouldn't say no if someone wanted to marry me. Only I wouldn't allow him to beat me. What are you doing right now?
Nothing.
My name is Maria.
Okay.
Come with me. Let's have a look inside and see if there's a couple of soldier boys who'll buy us a ham sandwich.
That is exactly what I don't want.
Why?
I want to be independent.
And people in hell want ice water.
Good evening, Madonna. I was afraid that you might not make an appearance this evening.
I said I would meet you here in front of the VA.
Oh, hello.
You know my friend from out of town?
From out of town? I saw you at the medical museum. You wanted to sell your precious corpse, didn't you?
Corpse?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. Those were better days back then. I had a wife, pest that she was. I had my own business.
Corsets, perhaps.
No, liquor. Now I'm ruined. I don't have 2 nickels to rub together.
Hugo, notice anything different about me?
Let's see.
Look, today I got 2 crowns here in front. You remember? Both my teeth were completely broken and black because the nerves had died.
Who could resist that lovely smile?
Why, thank you.
Young lady!
Ah, you're here. Excuse me, my dear. This detective would like to speak with you. He's come all the way from the 13th precinct.
You're coming with me!
Why?
You know why!
Where are the cufflinks I wore last night?
Jesus Christ.
You stole my cufflinks.
Let's go.
You ratted on me.
Keep
you bastard.
quiet, do you hear?
And I lent you $5. $5.
Would you shut up?
Have a pleasant
Hold
evening,
still while I cuff
Madonna.
Now move it.
You're hurting me. Let me go. I didn't do anything. You pig.
Good evening, officer.
What happened here?
Nothing. Only a woman taken into custody for nothing.
Things like that don't happen.
And yet they do. Why are you staring at me?
Is there a law against it? You remind me of someone. One of the dearly departed.
You're a freak.
Which way are you going?
You want to walk me home?
I'm off duty.
I would rather go alone.
You don't like the police, do you?
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, you don't want me to walk you home. But we have to have police, miss. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
There's no evil in my heart.
People like that don't exist.
People like that don't exist.
You know, you're acting like an inmate on death row who's running out of time.
No one gives a damn.
He who against hope believes in hope.
Just an empty phrase.
Without faith, hope, and charity, there is no life. It's logical. They're all connected.
It's easy for you to talk. You're a civil servant. You have a job that's secure.
We're all going to die one day.
And don't talk to me about charity. Get out of my way. I'm going home.
Miss, please listen to me for just a minute. I have a confession to make. I've been watching you here at this same spot for days. Because, as I told you, you remind me of someone. A dear deceased friend of mine.
Who is that?
My fiancée. We're soulmates, but something went wrong with her liver, and now I miss her very much. Why are you smiling?
No reason.
You seem very bitter.
I'm a fast walker.
So am I. I bet I can keep up.
What was that?
If Hoover doesn't pay these veterans what they're owed, there's gonna be riots. It's crazy. I'll just go take a look. I'll be right back. Wait for me, please.
Okay.
What's all that ruckus over there?
Arnold, please.
What?
We're here.
Oh, goody.
Just go in there and behave yourself. Tell the director and your precious friends at the VA that tonight you're not at their service because tonight you have devoted yourself to your better half.
But I don't like going to the movies. 2 hours without a cigar.
Think of your bowels.
I do, constantly. My doctor warned me about them just yesterday.
He reminded me, too, that because of my knees, I shouldn't climb so many steps.
Then why are you selling corsets door to door? It's absolutely stupid.
Because I don't want to have to crawl on my hands and knees and beg you for every single penny.
Don't exaggerate, Hermione. What do you know about real poverty anyway? Nothing. But day after day, I'm the judge that has to put these poor people in jail, many who honorably served this country in the Great War, just because they don't have a roof over their heads.
Then don't put them in jail.
Hermione. All right. I'll go and tell the director that there will be no poker game tonight because I'm devoting myself to my better half. But if this movie is a flop, Minnie Mouse, it'll be hell to pay.
Funny. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Please, no.
Oh, don't be afraid, young lady. I don't have anything to do with all of that. How many days did you get?
14.
You see? Just as I told you.
But no suspended sentence. I served every single day.
No parole?
Because there was that fine from before. If I only knew what my crime was.
Oh, I know how these things work. You don't have to tell me. Sheer injustice. And of course, you can't find a new job.
No. But I recently met a gentleman, and he was telling me about his late fiancée.
The best thing for you would be to get married.
I wouldn't say no.
Congratulations!
We met by accident.
That's how it begins, young lady. Take it from me.
This may be the chance I've been waiting for.
What does he do? Your future fiancé.
Civil servant.
Civil servant? Does he know about your 14 days?
No.
You should tell him. Otherwise, it might cause problems with his career.
Really?
Absolutely.
Here he comes.
Where? A policeman? Well, it's none of my business. I wish you the best, young lady.
Our guys, we're evicting a group of vets from one of the camps. Somebody threw a brick. Our sergeant turned and fired into the crowd. A vet was killed. A war hero with a chest full of medals holding his little boy's hand. What the hell is this world coming to? Is that lady over there bothering you?
I don't know her.
She's staring at us.
Maybe she's mistaking us for someone else.
Maybe. Though, as the long arm of the law, if I made a mistake like that, it wouldn't be too good for my career.
Are they really that strict?
Absolutely. And often they can be very unfair. Your teeth are chattering. Are you cold?
Yes.
Very.
Really cold.
I'd give you my coat. I don't need it, actually, but it is against the rules to be out of uniform.
Your coat is always on duty.
Rules are rules.
Come on. It's freezing out here. Put your arm around me, silly.
Arnie.
What?
There goes that young lady from Miss Prantle's. You know, that fraud case with the dissector and the chief inspector.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you sentenced her.
I might have.
You didn't even suspend her sentence. That was an incredible injustice, and you can forget about...
Take care of your own injustices, Hermione. Jumping Jehoshaphat. June 17th, 1932. More than 6,000 bonus marchers take over Capitol Hill as they wait for the Senate to vote on the bonus bill. Some wait on the Capitol lawn, others pack the Senate gallery. Debate continues into the evening. At 9:30 p.m., bonus leader Walter Waters announces from the steps of the Capitol that by a vote of 62 to 18, the Senate had defeated the bill designed to immediately give the vets their bonus money. For a moment, it looked like the veterans might storm the Capitol. Waters waved his arms, signaling the crowd to be quiet. "Sing America the Beautiful," he shouted. After a long silence, the men took up the call. When the last notes had echoed across the plaza, the veterans slowly and peacefully returned to their camps, vowing to stay until the bonus was paid. In Elizabeth's furnished room, the policeman is lying in bed in his underwear, reading. Elizabeth is preparing coffee and sometimes peeks at the white asters that stand in a vase beside the stove. The sun is shining outside, the curtains are halfway lowered, and the whole scene is a tableau of the happy and peaceful life of two people in love.
How long they last. It's been 5 days. I never imagined in my wildest dreams that you would give me such beautiful white asters.
When I first spotted them at the market, a tiny little voice whispered in my ear, "Buy me, please buy me."
Well,
Did you think that I'm a fickle butterfly, fluttering from flower to flower, searching everywhere for a woman with a lot of money? Not on your life. This butterfly has landed right here so he can wrap his wings around you. Can I get another kiss?
yes.
Is the coffee ready?
Another minute.
Time, weather, and...
Hey! Did you know I could dance? I'm a regular Fred Astaire.
And I'm Ginger Rogers. Yesterday evening, I listened to a wonderful opera broadcast, Aida.
So you didn't miss me at all?
Alfred,
One more kiss.
here is your coffee. And here is your kiss.
I'm glad yesterday is over. Being on high alert around the clock, it's rough on the nerves. The Senate finally took a vote and said no bonus. Unfair if you ask me. But now before someone else gets killed, maybe they'll take their wives and kids and march on home. Did I tell you that a couple days ago one of my buddies was attacked?
Who did it?
Bunch of hoodlums. Communists, maybe. They say the camps are full of them. You'll see. This bonus business is not going to have a happy ending.
I know life is hard, but couldn't it be just a bit more fair?
Enough philosophy for now. Mademoiselle, may I have the pleasure of this dance?
Mais oui, monsieur, certainement.
What do you like most about me?
Everything.
What word describes me best?
I don't know.
Come on now.
You've changed, Alfred. You're happy. Before you seemed very somber.
What do you mean?
You were very sad.
Come off it. I'm still sad, and I have a right to be sad.
I'm sorry.
Where are you going? Oh, I get it. Don't put a corset on your feelings.
What do you mean, a corset?
What?
Excuse me, please. I'm a little bit jittery today.
Is there something the matter?
What do you mean?
Because I've always tried to be very careful to keep her, not to, you know.
I see. Wrap your arms around me, Alfred, and never let me go.
Nobody's home.
Who can it be?
Police! Open the door.
Jesus, Mary and
The
Joseph.
police. No way out of here. Yes, we have no bananas.
Quick! Into the closet. Here, your pants.
One more kiss.
Shh! Take your hat. Hurry!
Just one more. How about another dance?
Get back in there.
Good things come to those who wait. Bed's not made. Did I wake you up?
Why do you ask?
You know why.
I'm feeling a little bit down in the dumps today. Hey, what are you doing?
You know, there are people who work the night shift, so they need to rest during the day.
What does that mean?
What do we have here? Suspenders. Use these to keep your stockings up?
What do you want from me?
The police issued you an official order. You were required to prove within 3 weeks that you are earning a regular income. Not only do you have no job, there is no indication you have even tried to find one.
Why don't you pay attention to those veterans in the camps? They really need the help.
No political speeches allowed. Please. Being homeless and penniless is not a crime in and of itself. It's only a crime if it threatens the public order.
But I'm not a threat to the public order.
You are, as long as you can't prove that you have a legal income.
I am being taken care of.
And it's exactly that care that we're interested in.
I explained this before. I get $8 a month from my fiancé. That's what I live on.
Who exactly is this fiancé? So you won't give me his name?
No.
And why not?
I might compromise his position.
Nice! Very nice. Maybe several fiancés chip in for these $8 a month.
How dare you speak
Now
that
don't
way
you
to me?
get your knickers in a twist, young lady. You will excuse me if I seem rude, but I'll just have a look in here.
No, don't!
Alfred Myers, as I live and breathe.
Hello.
Looking for these? We can't hold our pants up without suspenders, now can we?
Everything she just said is true, sir.
Would you leave us alone for a moment, young lady?
Please, Elizabeth.
Okay.
So this is where you spend your free time?
If I may explain, sir, I'm sure there's been a mistake.
How do you know this woman? We've been keeping an eye on her. We believe she belongs to a certain class of working woman.
What class?
Guess.
But no, sir, that's not... She doesn't belong to that
Do you really know this woman?
Of course I know her.
And you want to marry her?
I'm thinking about it, sir.
How old are you?
24, sir.
The same old song.
But what she said about the $8 is absolutely true, sir.
$8 every month? Is your name Rockefeller or something?
My parents give me an allowance.
What does your father do?
He's a cabinet maker, sir.
Maybe you should have followed in his footsteps.
What do you mean, sir?
I'm sorry, but you claim to know this woman you want to usher to the altar? Did you know that your fiancé spent 14 days in jail for fraud?
Jail?
And that's in addition to the citation and fine she received for non-payment of a debt. For this kind of woman, I can understand that a connection to the police would be very valuable. But I can't imagine it would be very good for your career.
I had no idea.
Well, let's just see. Come in here, please.
Fraud?
I know. This is the end. It's all over.
Jail?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
Please don't ask stupid questions.
Thank you very much, sir.
Of course.
Wait!
You lied, and the truth means everything to me.
No, your career means everything to you.
That's not true, but duty always comes first, and nothing will change that.
Just now, while you were in the closet, I protected you.
Me?
Us!
Yourself! You wanted to protect yourself at my expense. I know how it works.
I didn't want to lose you. Dear Alfie, my butterfly.
Thank you for opening my eyes, sir.
Anyway, it wasn't necessary to jeopardize this man's career.
Necessary! And what about my career?
You're not claiming that you're innocent, are you?
Oh no, I broke myself of that habit a long time ago. Excuse me, but now...
Laugh as long as you like. In the meantime, I'll be going.
Now we must leave our abandoned heroine. Will our policemen forgive and forget? What is happening with the thousands of protesters encamped in the city? Why have army troops suddenly been put on standby? Tune in tomorrow for the final episode of Faith, Hope, and Charity.